Good afternoon, and welcome to the finals of the 2026 Okaloosa Schools Academic Tournament. This year we have 7 schools from Okaloosa County going head-to-head in a double elimination tournament format. These standout students will be displaying their knowledge of math, science, history, fine arts and literature, pop culture, and more to determine our tournament champion for 2026. I'm your host and moderator, Stella Verswyveld. Lisa Nall will be our timekeeper and scorekeeper, while Alexa Castle will serve as our chief judge and make the decisions on all things official. Alexa Castle is a native of Niceville, Florida. She received her Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering from the University of Florida and a Master's of Systems Engineering from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. She currently works on Eglin Air Force Base in the Range Support Squadron as a Target Systems Engineer. Her team is responsible for providing land, maritime, and threat system targets for tests and training activities on Eglin. Today's teams are Rocky Bayou Christian School and Fort Walton Beach High School. This is a double elimination tournament, meaning a team must lose 2 matches to be eliminated. If Fort Walton Beach wins this match, they will be crowned tournament champions. However, if Rocky Bayou wins, an additional match will be played, since Fort Walton Beach would then only have 1 loss. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our different Okaloosa schools, and we'll be back shortly to introduce our coaches and our team members. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and introduce our coaches and our team members for today's match. From Rocky Bayou Christian School, our coaches are Dr. Michael Mosley and Julie Mosley, and the students are
Samuel Hess, Senior.
Colt Stevens, Senior.
Ayush Patel, Junior.
Alejandro Alvarez, Senior.
And from Fort Walton Beach High School, our coaches Tavia Merez, and our students are
Jenna Seaton, Senior.
Cole Ruiz, Senior. Ian Thompson, Senior.
Brennan Gold, Senior.
All right, we'll get started with toss-up question number 1. The subject is grammar. This type of grammatical error occurs when a descriptive phrase is grammatically attached to a word it was never intended to modify.
Misplaced modifier.
That is not what we're looking for. I'm going to repeat the question in its entirety for Fort Walton, okay? This type of grammatical error occurs when a descriptive phrase is grammatically attached to a word it was never intended to modify, usually because the true subject of the sentence is missing, delayed, or unclear. Such constructions often result in illogical or humorous interpretations, particularly when introductory participial phrases seem to describe an inanimate object rather than the actor performing the action. Correcting this error typically requires revising the sentence to clearly identify the performer of the action, identify this error involving misplaced or improperly attached modifiers.
Noun subject disagreement.
No, we were looking for dangling modifier. Dangling modifier. All right, toss-up question number 2. The subject is science. In ecological systems, this term describes the maximum population size of a species that
Carrying capacity.
That is correct. Bonus number A. Bonus A. What type of population growth curve levels off as a population approaches its carrying capacity?
It's S. S curve? I would buy that. Okay. An S curve?
No, we were looking for logistic growth. Bonus B, what term describes environmental factors such as limited food supply or increased predation that reduce population growth as density increases?
Biotic factors.
Okay.
Biotic factors.
That is incorrect. The answer we're looking for is density-dependent limiting factors. All right, toss up question number 3. The subject is math. When solving systems of linear equations, this algebraic technique involves strategically manipulating equations so that one variable can be removed through addition or subtraction. By aligning coefficients, the method simplifies the system to a single variable equation, allowing the remaining variable to be found efficiently. It is especially useful when substitution would lead to complicated expressions.
Elimination.
That is correct. Bonus A. Use the elimination method to solve the following systems of equations. 2x plus 3y equals 17 and 2x minus y equals 5.
Y equals 3.
Yeah, that's what I
So x equals 4. X equals 4. Okay. X equals 4, y equals 3.
That is correct. Bonus B. If two linear equations in a system are scalar multiples of each other, what does this indicate about the number of solutions to the system?
Infinite, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Infinite?
Yes, that is also correct. All right, toss-up question number 4. The subject is literature. First published in 1847, this novel challenged 19th century social conventions by centering on a female protagonist who insists on moral autonomy, emotional integrity, and personal dignity despite rigid class expectations. Narrated in the first person, the story traces her development from an isolated childhood to adulthood, where she must reconcile passion with principle in her relationship with a wealthy and enigmatic employer. Identify this influential Victorian novel written by Charlotte Bronte.
Jane Eyre.
That is correct. What is the name of Jane's employer and love interest?
That's Heathcliff? No, that's the other one. That's Wuthering Heights.
Heathcliff. Sure.
That's not that.
No.
Oh, Fairfax? I think it's wrong.
No, that's not correct. The answer was Edward Rochester. Bonus B. What secret about Rochester prevents Jane from marrying him initially?
He's a bastard. He's infertile. What else would it be? What's something that in that time would be shameful?
I guess. He's infertile.
No, he is already married. He was already married. All right, toss-up question number 5. The subject is history. In 49 BCE, this Roman military and political leader...
Julius Caesar.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus A. What phrase meaning the die is cast is attributed to Caesar at the crossing?
The Rubicon?
Yeah.
So, what phrase? I don't know.
The die is cast.
Yeah, that's probably a Latin phrase.
Latin translated real quick, man.
I think Latin 2 years.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea.
Winnie Weddy Weechie.
No, that is not correct. We're looking for alea iacta este. Bonus B. Which group of Roman senators assassinated Caesar in 44 BCE?
Which group?
The
Cassius.
Republicans.
The what?
The Republicans.
Senators.
Oh my gosh.
Cassius.
Traitors?
That one.
Yeah, man.
Cassius's group.
What did you say?
Cassius.
Do you want to expound on that?
Cassius, Brutus, and other senators.
Yes, that's acceptable. Yeah. We're looking for the liberators, but your answer was also acceptable. All right. Toss-up number 6. The subject is religion. This central religious text of Judaism consists of...
Torah.
Yes, that is correct. What is another name for the Torah, meaning 5 books?
Pentateuch.
Yeah. Pentateuch.
That is correct. Bonus B. What handwritten scroll of the Torah is read during synagogue services?
Scrolls.
Yeah, what's one of the 5 books? Do you think?
Oh.
And do you think you might be
Exodus.
Leviticus?
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to be Leviticus,
Did they
Deuteronomy,
read
and
Genesis?
Numbers.
And the Chosen, I remember he read Genesis.
But
So that's for like certain.
it's not like a specific.
high.
Deuteronomy?
That was incorrect. It was Sefer Torah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Okay. Toss-up number 7. The subject is fine arts. Monumental in scale and constructed with remarkable mathematical precision, these ancient structures were built using massive stone blocks.
Pyramids of Giza.
That is correct.
Okay.
Bonus A. What Egyptian pharaoh commissioned the Great Pyramid?
It's that Khafra.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think it's not?
It's not Ramses.
It's not Ramses.
like-
If it's not Ramses, then
It's
I think it's Khufu. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
I think it's
that's
Khufu.
That is correct. Bonus B. What geometric shape forms the base of most Egyptian pyramids?
Square.
square.
Yeah. Geometric, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
square.
square. Okay, alright, yeah, square.
I think it's a kite.
I think it's kind of.
Square.
Yes, that is correct. All right, toss-up question number 8. The subject is history. Flourishing south of ancient Egypt along the Nile River, this African kingdom developed advanced ironworking, long-distance.
Hittite.
That is not correct. I'll repeat the question in its entirety for Fort Walton. Flourishing south of ancient Egypt along the Nile River, this African kingdom developed advanced ironworking, long-distance trade networks, and a distinctive culture that blended local traditions with Egyptian influence. At various points, its rulers even governed Egypt itself, forming a dynasty that left a lasting mark on the region's political and religious history. Identify this ancient Nubian kingdom.
Mali?
No, that is not correct. We were looking for Kush. Okay, toss-up question number 9. The subject is technology. In computing and problem solving, this structured sequence of instructions defines how a task is completed or a problem is solved. It emphasizes logical order,
An algorithm?
That's correct. Bonus A. What visual tool uses shapes and arrows to represent an algorithm's steps?
Flowchart? Okay. Yeah. A flowchart?
Yes, that is correct. Bonus B. What algorithmic property ensures a process eventually stops?
Something like termination? Termination?
No, we were looking for finiteness. Finiteness. Okay, toss-up number 10. The subject is sports. This sprinter rose to international prominence through a combination of record-breaking speed, charismatic showmanship, and dominance on the world's largest athletic stage. Competing for a Caribbean nation,
Bolt.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus A. At which Olympics did Bolt first win gold medals?
Oh, wait.
Wait, okay. 2008.
Can you expound on that?
Ediford Ayush.
2008 Summer Olympics.
Can you expound on that?
2008 Beijing Summer Olympics.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus B. What nickname is Bolt commonly known by?
The Flash.
I guess lightning bolt. I don't know.
Maybe the Flash.
Lightning bolt?
What, you
I
know the lightning
thought it was
bolt?
the
I mean, that
Flash.
makes sense.
Lightning
Yeah.
bolt? Okay. Lightning bolt?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Okay, that's the end of the first half. We'll be back in a moment with our halftime score. Welcome back. We have a halftime score of Fort Walton Beach 30, Rocky Bayou 130. Fort Walton has one substitution, and at this time she will introduce herself.
Kira Floyd, Jr.
All right, let's begin the second half. Toss-up question number 11. The subject is science. In living organisms, this regulatory process maintains relatively stable internal conditions.
Homeostasis?
That is correct. Bonus A. What type of feedback mechanism counteracts a deviation from a set point to restore normal conditions?
Negative.
That is correct. Bonus B. In thermoregulation, which part of the brain acts as the primary control center that monitors body temperature and initiates corrective responses?
The brainstem.
No, we're looking for hypothalamus. Hypothalamus. All right, toss-up question number 12. The subject is history. This early 19th century diplomatic agreement dramatically altered the geographic and political landscape of the United States.
Louisiana Purchase.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus A. Which U.S. president negotiated the purchase?
Jefferson.
That is correct. Which European leader sold the territory?
Napoleon. Yeah, okay. Napoleon.
Yes, that is correct. All right, toss-up 13. The subject is pop culture. Released in the mid-1990s, this animated feature reimagines a classic narrative of power, loss, and responsibility. The story follows a young protagonist's journey from exile to self-discovery as he must reclaim...
Lion King.
That is correct. What is the name of Simba's father?
Mufasa.
That is correct. What Shakespeare play inspired the film's plot?
Well, it's
So an uncle takes the throne by killing the dad.
Some Macbeth.
like,
Or could it be King Lear?
Hamlet?
No, I was gonna think
Hamlet?
Henry
Ham-
something.
I think so.
Hamlet. All right. Hamlet.
That is correct. Toss-up number 14. The subject is religion. This teaching of Jesus employs a narrative involving an injured traveler and...
The Good Samaritan.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus A. Which gospel contains this parable?
John. The Gospel of John.
That is not correct. It was Luke. Luke. What question prompts Jesus to tell this parable?
Yeah, I do not know. Okay. No answer.
Okay, the question is, who is my neighbor? Who is my neighbor? All right, toss-up number 15. The subject is math. A bacteria colony doubles its number of bacteria every hour. At 4:00 p.m., the bacteria colony has 128,000 bacteria. At 8 a.m. that morning, how many bacteria did the colony have? That's correct.
Nice.
Well done. All right, bonus A. What type of mathematical model best describes the growth of this bacteria colony over time?
Exponential growth.
Yeah.
Okay. Exponential growth.
That is correct. Bonus B. If the bacteria colony continues doubling every hour after 4 p.m., how many bacteria will be present at 7:00 p.m. the same day?
So 960. 960,000. Okay. I defer to Sam.
1,024,000.
Well done. That's very good. Yep, that's correct. Toss-up number 16. The subject is history. Negotiated in the aftermath of a devastating global conflict, this 1919 agreement...
Treaty of Versailles.
That's correct. Bonus A. What specific clause of the Treaty of Versailles assigned sole responsibility for the war to one nation and justified the imposition of reparations?
No. Wasn't Germany's fault?
It might be all
Yeah.
fault.
All fault?
fault.
The all fault clause? All
That
fault
sounds
clause
stupid.
to Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
All fault clause.
No, it was the war guilt clause. All right, bonus B. What international organization was created as part of the treaty?
League of Nations.
That is correct. All right, toss-up 17. The subject is fine arts. Active during the late 18th century, this prolific composer played a central role in establishing formal structures for symphonies and string quartets. His long career included service to aristocratic patrons, during which he redefined balance, clarity, and thematic development, characteristic of the classical style. His influence extended to younger composers who would carry these forms into the Romantic era. Identify this composer, who often is referred to as the father of the symphony.
J.S. Bach.
That is not correct. Rocky, do you have an answer?
Beethoven.
No, we're looking for Joseph Haydn. Joseph Haydn. All right, toss-up number 18. The subject is science. Its B type is known as Christmas disease, while its A type was carried by Queen Victoria and given to her descendant Alexei, the son of Russia's Tsar Nicholas II. Name this sex-linked disorder whose sufferers have blood.
Hemophilia.
That is correct. Bonus A. If a woman is a carrier for hemophilia and the father does not have the disorder, what is the probability that their son will have hemophilia?
Is it element or since it's 50%, I think?
50%. Yeah.
50%.
That is correct. Bonus B. A woman is a carrier for hemophilia and the father is unaffected. If the couple has 2 children, what is the probability that at least one child is a carrier daughter?
It's 25 times, so times 2, because it's 2 children.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So 1 6 and 1 over 16?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. 1 over 16?
No, the answer was 7 over 16. All right. Question number 18, toss-up 19, is literature. The subject is literature. Attributed to an ancient Greek poet, this epic poem chronicles the prolonged return journey.
The Odyssey.
That is correct. Bonus A. What is the name of Odysseus' wife, known for her loyalty and clever delay of unwanted suitors?
Penelope.
That is correct. Bonus B. What enchantress turns Odysseus' men into pigs?
Circe.
That is correct. Toss-up number 20. The subject is technology. Harnessing kinetic energy from natural atmospheric motion, this renewable power source converts...
Wind power?
Yes, that is correct. Bonus A. What structure holds the blades of a wind turbine?
Fan? I don't know. The fan? The fan?
No, we were looking for the tower. The tower. Bonus B. What device converts rotational motion into electrical energy?
The generator, right?
Yeah.
The generator?
That is correct.
That's the match.
All right, that's the end of the match. We'll be back in a moment with our final score. We have a final score of Rocky 270, Fort Walton Beach 100. Rocky Bayou Christian School has won this match and handed Fort Walton Beach its first loss of the tournament. Because this is a double elimination tournament, each team now has 1 loss, which means 1 final match will be played to determine the 2026 Okaloosa County Academic Team Champion. Both teams have shown tremendous knowledge, teamwork, and perseverance. 1 more match will decide whether Fort Walton Beach or Rocky Bayou will take home the county championship. We'd also like to thank our corporate sponsors, Microsystems Incorporated and Master Wall Incorporated. Stay tuned for the deciding match.